So on this one, remember we're going to do like the opposite of PEMDAS, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 1. And so then over here, I'm going to get 2,048 is equal to 4x to the 3/2. Okay? So then the next thing I'm going to do is divide by 4. I think that's 512, but let's double check on our calculator here. I know what the right hand side will be. It'll be x raised to the 3/2. So if I say 2,048 divided by 4, not too shabby, 512. Now what's not fun about this? The fraction, right? So here's a little trick you could do too. Let's take this and raise it to the 2/3. Remember that when you have a power raised to a power, the shortcut is you multiply the powers. So over here, when I say x to the 3rd, or 3/2, raised to the 2/3, which is the reciprocal, I get x raised to the 3/2 over, or times 2 to the times 2/3. When you multiply across, what's 3 times 2? 6. What's 2 times 3? 6. So this whole thing equals x to the first power. So over here on the right hand side, I've got x. But remember, whatever I do on one side, you got to do on the other side. Does that make sense? So now how do I solve this? Well, remember, this is the power and this is the root. So I need the 3rd root of 512 squared. Uh-oh. We got to go through and find the 3rd root. So what we do is we take our calculator and I say 2 raised to the 3rd power, 8. I say 3 raised to the 3rd power, 27. I say 4 raised to the 3rd power, right? Because I'm taking the 3rd root. Did I hit 512 yet? No. 5 raised to the 3rd power, 6 raised to the 3rd power. We're getting closer. I bet you it's 8 raised to the 3rd power. Yeah, I bet you it is. 8 raised to the 3rd power. There it is. So that's the process. We just keep going through that process until we get the number or something that divides into it evenly. Okay? So we know that 8 to the 3rd power equals 512. So then over here, I'm going to write an extra step. The 3rd root undoes the 3rd power, so I'm just left with 8 squared, which is what, guys? 64. Let me zoom out so you can see the whole thing here. Does that help?